Hi, Faith. So I read your email. I see you want to take 3 classes in summer and 2 in fall. I'm looking at the currently available courses. It's not possible today to sign up for 3 in summer and 2 in fall. I'm going to advise you today in a way that recommends that you take 1 in spring of 2020. However, if you're really determined, you can take the slightly more difficult path of attempting to get a 3rd course in the summer. You could attempt to get this designing course in the summer, and then do assessing in the fall of 2019. So you would move designing to summer. I think that would be the best way to do it. Yeah, I think that's the only way, actually. So move designing to summer. You would have to sort of contact those professors of those sections, asking them for an override, explaining, it's always good to give a little context as to why you need that. Professionally, it helps you because you're a coach in the spring, and you try to keep the spring clear, etc. You just give some good reasons, and that can help your arguments, and that you need to graduate by December. So anyway, you can take that path. They may give you an override into that class. It requires a little bit of persistence, follow through, all that kind of stuff. You can also take the path of just watching BandWeb in the summer, watching the here's the this gives you the list of open courses for summer 2019. You can just check this every day and see if designing pops up as being open. Like right now I'm scrolling through, and I can also control F. 7464 is not on here. It's not open at this moment, but that can change minute to minute depending on what people do. Like, for example, one time when you may see some openings, it would be a sneaky time to go in. It would be totally legit. If you go to the Scoop, let's see, Registrar, Wescott, Scoop. I'm getting a little off track from what I want to talk to you about, but you can go in, look at the registrar calendar for spring 2019, look at the full term, look at the fee payment deadline. It happens in May. Okay, so fee payment deadline is this day, probably at midnight. This website will tell you exactly what time, but on May 13th. So then once the BandWeb opens back up after May 13th, it may open on the 14th or the 15th. It may take a couple days. Once it opens back up, and you can go look on other Scoop calendars to maybe try to figure out when it opens back up for that summer registration. In fact, why don't we just go look on the summer calendar on the session 2, May 13th. It's not really clear to me what day it opens back up based on this information. But it'll open up it'll go down for like a day or two, and then it'll come back up, and you can look at that time around May 14, 15 to see if that class has popped up, and you can add it. So it's another way to be vigilant. It just takes vigilance on your part, and I'm not going to do that for you, so you'll have to take that on. So, assuming you don't want to worry about all that, here's what I recommend. And I did put BandWeb snapshots in the bottom. I updated your program sheet to reflect these A's that you've gotten in the fall. I see for spring you're in visual and diffusion, and for summer you've so far signed up for leading and managing, which is good. And then this one you're going to have to drop because it's a school library class. I know that's not always easy to tell from your perspective, but you will have to drop that one because they're going to administratively drop you. So you need to add a new elective. So here on this line where it did say to register for $74.85, which again, it's the summer, it's being offered by school library for school library. So I would recommend that you pick one of these 2 classes, as long as you haven't taken them before. I might need to go check that. If you got a master's with us, we want to make sure you did not take these previously, because that wouldn't be good. But I don't think that you have. I'm going to pause a second and just check. Okay, so just checked, and I couldn't find it in your transcript that you had taken these. So maybe take one of these classes as your summer elective instead of the 7485 you've currently signed up for, because it's just the wrong 7485 is a general container for special topics classes. And those topics just vary widely and wildly. So I would recommend, if you want to get a class done, our options are pretty limited, but 7462 or 7466, and I see that you, yeah, I'm looking at your example on my other screen, but, and keep your leading and managing that you've already signed up for. And then for fall, sign up for 7485 Special Topics. Arrington, it's actually Human Performance Improvement. Arrington is the professor, and this is the CRN of the course that you want. That's another conversation. Why do that? Why not program evaluation in 8484? Well, you're here in this program during a transition moment when we're changing the nature of the core classes. When you arrived, the core was 5 courses, and elective requirements was 4 courses. But now it's transitioning to a core of 4 courses, these 4, and then 5 electives. So we'll move this class that you've taken, 8484, down as an elective. So, as you can see, this will all work out to where you've got. If you do what I'm saying, where you go ahead and take it through, stay in the program through spring of 2020, and you don't worry about trying to get a 3rd class for summer, then you will have your 5 elective courses and your 4 core courses. I know it's confusing. It's confusing for several reasons. It's confusing because of limitations, classes already being full, the nature of the classes being offered. They're not always offered every semester. We just don't have the faculty to be able to do that, and we have requirements for how many students we have to have in each section. It's confusing for a number of reasons. It's also confusing, why am I telling you can take these classes? Well, you just can. Dr. Willix, our chair, will petition to have them accepted as electives. People take electives that are not on the program sheet frequently. It's almost every student. Well, EDS student, probably 65% do that, where they take classes that are not on the program sheet, and that's okay. So that's what I recommend. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.